Welcome back to another Bolt tutorial. Have you ever been building in Bolt, things are working great, then all of a sudden things start to drift? A small change you asked for breaks something that was fine yesterday, or stuff that used to be quick is now a lot slower and takes more back and forth? In this video, we're going to cover the crucial skill of refactoring, but don't just hear it from me. Let's hear what Peter Steinberger, the founder of OpenClaw, has to say about refactoring on the Lex Fridman podcast.
Almost every time I merge a PR or build a feature, afterwards I ask, hey, what can we refactor? Sometimes it's like, no, there's like nothing big, or like usually they say, yeah, this thing you should really look at. That flow took me lots of time to understand. And if you don't do that, you slop yourself into a corner.
One of the largest causes for the agent to be slow or inaccurate isn't actually the agent's fault. It's a sign that your code has gotten messy underneath. Fortunately, there's a fix for this. We call it refactoring, and this effectively means cleaning up your code without changing what the app actually does. Same app, same buttons, same behavior, just a tidier code base underneath. Refactoring pays off quick. A cleaner code base means fewer bugs and far easier to add your next feature. The Bolt agent gets noticeably better, makes fewer mistakes, and uses less tokens. In this video, I'm going to show you a generic prompt that you can use to refactor your code base. Let's dive in. So here's a generic prompt you can use for almost any project. I want to refactor this project to make it cleaner and easier to maintain. Before changing any code, audit the code base and give me a plan. Look for the things that most hurt maintainability. Files that are too long or doing too many unrelated things, the same logic duplicated in more than one place, components that mix data fetching, business logic, and UI, unclear or misleading names, dead code that nothing uses. For each issue you find, tell me what the problem is, which files it affects, what you would do to change it, and how risky that change is. Do not change any code yet, do not add any features, fix unrelated bugs, or change how the app behaves. Just give me a prioritized plan so I can approve it before we touch anything. Now I'm going to copy this prompt and jump over into my Bolt project. For this example, we're going to use an internal recruiting pipeline tool. The first thing I suggest is clearing your context. Whenever we're starting a new major task or feature, such as refactoring, think of this as taking a plane off from a runway. You wouldn't start your plane from the middle of the runway, you'd always want to go to the very back so that you've got as much runway as possible when taking off. The same applies for your context when you're building out features. By clearing the context, we've maximized the context window we have available to this build. Now let's paste that prompt, make sure we're in plan mode, and send off the plan. The agent's finished looking through the code base and it's found 5 things that we can improve. So, number 1, the problem. App directly imports the Bolt database client and contains 5 separate raw Bolt database queries. This mixes data access concerns with component state and UI rendering, making it hard to test, reuse, and swap the backend. It's suggesting we create a new file which exports plain async functions with a low risk. Next up, we can see that app is the single largest file and it handles all application state, all CRUD handlers, filtering logic, and renders the entire page layout. This makes the component do too many unrelated things. It's suggesting we create a custom hook that owns the candidates and loading state, and that app should become a thin shell that composes the layout and passes props down. Again, this has a low risk. Now this may or may not make sense to you. With low risk items, I like to implement them directly, but if they are a high risk, often I'll double click into them and I'll ask the agent to explain them more and explain its logic. Scrolling to the bottom, we can see the agent is eager to implement all of these at once, and it's suggesting we implement this plan. This may work, however it may not. And the larger your code base, often doing multiple refactors at the same time can become quite risky. We suggest just doing one at a time and really keeping the agent focused. So here's our prompt. Refactor the first step from the plan. Rules. Do not change any behavior. The app must look and work the exact same afterwards. Do not add features or fix unrelated bugs while you're in here. Only touch the files needed for this change. Keep the existing interface the same so nothing else breaks. And when you're done, give me a short summary of what changed and confirm the app still behaves identically. Let's turn it off plan mode and let's implement this refactor. The agent's finished working, it's showing us the new file it's created, it's showing us the modified file, and it says the build passes cleanly, the app behaves identically, same queries, same optimistic updates, same error handling path, only difference is where the Bolt database calls live. And there we go, we've just done our very first successful refactoring. Let's now try this process again on another project. Here's another project that helps summarize and take action on follow-up items from meetings. So remember, first step, let's clear the context. Step 2, let's paste in that initial prompt. I want to refactor this project to make it cleaner and easier to maintain. Do not change any code just yet. Just give me a prioritized plan. We'll put it in plan mode and let's send off the plan. So here are the agent's findings. Customer call card is massive, over 1,200 lines. It contains the main card component plus 7 subcomponents. It also mixes heavy business logic like API calls directly with UI renderer. We can see there's a duplicated function, a duplicated action item toggle, some naming confusion, and more. Here's the refactoring plan. Part 1, break up oversized components. High impact with medium risk. The 2 biggest maintainability problems are monolithic files that do too many unrelated things. The customer call card and the settings page. Considering this is over 1,200 lines, let's just address the customer calls card in one prompt. Here's our prompt, pretty similar as before. Refactor just the customer call card from the plan. We've added our rules. When you're done, give me a short summary of what changed and confirmed. Let's turn it off plan mode and we'll send off the build. So there we go. In this video, you've learned all about the practice of refactoring and how important it is to bring this into your project every now and then as you're building out new features. Remember, it doesn't change anything about the functionality of your site. It's simply cleaning things up under the hood so that the agent is better at understanding your code base and implementing new changes going forward. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and all the best implementing your refactors in your code base.